And welcome back to Warframe weapon builds, which at this point is Warframe builds in general, because eventually we will be going to the others. But for right now, we're going to be focusing on the Burston Prime today. Begin. Yeah, or not. Serration. Okay. Beginning of the game. Very, very simple. This is a status weapon, more or less, so we do not use crit whatsoever. 5% crit chance. Let's begin. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at the Burston Prime. We're going to be going off first. We do not do Riven mods because, A, they're very random. If you were to use a Riven mod on this gun, you would be looking for straight up damage, multi-shot, or status chance. Okay, or you could get well, damage and multi-shot are your two main things that you can get. And if you get a negative, that's okay. You can get a negative, something that won't affect it that much, like say lower crit chance, lower crit damage, or hell, God forbid, lower zoom. Okay, it's not going to do jack shit to this gun. And a Riven mod they're so random. This is the reason why I don't use them in my builds. But the thing is that if you get a negative on one, they have a very high tendency of making the positives on them very good. So that being said, that's the reason why I don't do Riven mods, but that's also what you would be looking for if you were to get a Riven mod for this gun. Okay, so starting off, this is not a crit chance weapon whatsoever, but rather a crit or status based weapon. Now, like always, my builds are one of the best, but it is not the best. If anything, I recommend using my build as a basis to start aiming for something to look forward to, and then tweak it to how you like it. Okay, how you would like to use the gun as, because in this game, every single thing is a tool. Not one single gun is going to take care of every single situation. Everything has its own little tools. There's even an achievement for this game on Steam that is literally called that. We shape our tools. Okay? So, slash-based weapon, okay, but it's a burst rifle. Gives about 3 shots per burst and has 45 on the mag. Okay? Status weapon, so let's begin. Serration, R10 mod, you're going to get it early enough in the game. Heavy caliber, both of these mandatory. Corrupted mod, you're going to find it in the Delric vaults. Split chamber, multi-shot, I find it very mandatory as it ups not just the status and the damage itself, but it just allows you to fire off more bullets without consuming ammo. And like I've said before, it ups the status chance and the damage output, but not the base damage itself. Meaning the extra multi-shot bullets that do not consume ammo will do the exact same amount of damage as the bullets that do consume ammo, but the damage output for each one of these bullets are not upped. Just the damage output, because you're putting out more bullets. Primed cryo rounds, like always, if you do not have the primed, then use the regular. It's just as good. You would get this from Borrow Keytier, which he is out right now this weekend, and unfortunately he does not have it this weekend to my knowledge, but 2 weeks from now he'll be back out, and hopefully he'll have something then. Infected Clip, one of the base elemental mods, you'll find it roughly late, or late early. Yeah, somewhere in there. You'll find it before your master rank 5 or 10. I'll put it that way. Same with Hellfire, same with Stormbringer, and any one of these you can switch out. But in this scenario where we have literally all 4 of the base elemental mods, well, primed, and 3 of the other bases. Okay, now Gilded Truth. This is a syndicate mod you will find in the Arbiters of Hex's Syndicate. Now, if you people don't know what, if ladies and gentlemen, you do not understand what a syndicate is much like your clan, but it's more of an NPC guild that you align yourself with. And the best way to do it is there's 3 syndicates, and I'm not going to say them all, but Arbiters of Hexus is on the left. And in my personal experience, I'm maxed out in the 3 on the left. Some are maxed out in the 3 on the right, but it's best to do either the 3 on the left or the 3 on the right, so you get the most out of each one. Okay, now what this does is that it increases fire rate. So if you spam your mouse click button or your controller button, whatever you use to play this game, this is basically going to turn it into an automatic fire button. Okay? Now, the +1 truth, it gives it a syndicate burst. And what the syndicate burst is that once you've gotten enough kills or enough affinity collected while you have this gun out and using it, it will eventually overload with the affinity and explode in a massive AoE radius, dealing heavy damage and annihilating most lower to mid-tier enemies instantly. Now, certain procs will give you a bonus. If I'm not mistaken, Truth procs will give you more energy. New Loca procs will give you health. Others will poison enemies. Others will give you armor. Others will give you more shields. It just depends. I'm not too enlightened on which does where. Okay, but yeah. And technically, you could switch this out for I don't know, Fanged Fusillade, okay, because it ups the slash damage, but I personally like this because it gives more overall damage, higher fire rate, and it just helps in the damage all around in general. So, we're going to go into our little simulator, and we're going to test this puppy out. Alrighty. Make sure we're all picked up and everything. Alrighty, so let's just see how fast this thing fires. Okay, now if you can time it right, and not spam it like a dumbass like I was. Basically an auto fire. Almost. So let's begin off with a Arid Butcher. 1, and do the settings and do the level and bring it up to 50 right off the bat, because I have really high confidence that this gun is going to be beautiful right off the bat. And I know I keep forgetting my damn thing. Okay, right off the bat. Okay, annihilated him. So let's go. Select that out and put an eximus of level 50. Did I not hit simulate? Apparently not. I'm a dumbass. And come on, you bitch. Oh, I missed. Son of a tits. Okay, that wasn't even a status proc, and it just annihilated a level 50 Butcher Eximus. Okay. Let's keep the Eximuses going. And settings, and bring you up to this. Now, my simulation of this may not be 110% accurate, but it's within 5 to 10% of accuracy, because the elements that I choose sometimes on my builds does not always correspond with the alliance that I go against, such as blast damage does not do well against Grineer, but against Corpus it just wrecks their ass. Viral destroys Infested, but doesn't do jack tits against Grineer. Radiation destroys Grineer, but doesn't do jack diddly die cock fondling shite to Infested. So, but that aside, the damage output is still basically the same, and I also hit the wrong damn thing. Fuck you. And bring you out. And what setting is this? That'll work. And a simulate. Thank you. But yeah, if it is not 110% accurate, ooh. Okay, so we used about half a clip in one, but we fired off quite a bit. So that's not too bad. That was a level 150 eximus. All headshots, and I do believe that was pretty good. Let's try an ancient healer eximus at level 150. Now this one pretty much is 98% right because, well, I have all the elemental damage mods. And this one's a healer too. So. Okay, so 2 clips. And that probably would have been even less than 2 clips for a level 150 eximus of an ancient healer. If I was a better shot and not a dumbass, where I could actually get all headshots. But I'm not a god tier player at this game, and I'm not at any game. I just happen to be moderately to very good on most games. But I'm not anywhere near legendary or god tier. So, Sentient, we're not even going to piss with you because you just, like, you adapt to damage, so piss on you. Orokin, you're basically all the other factions combined. Where is the Corpus? There you are, you ass bag. By the way, these are all level 150s now. All eximuses. We'll be trying heavy units later. I forgot to hit the simulate button again, son of a frack. Where are you? Corpus Tech. You. Simulate. There we go. My frick. Okay, so 2 clips. Just a little over 2 clips. Okay, and most of the time with a Corpus, once you break their shields, they're pretty much squishy as hell. Okay. So let's actually do a heavy gunner, an eximus heavy gunner, but this time, let's not bring him up to level 150, but rather do a level 100, because that is always my goal, is to destroy level 100 eximuses, heavies at least. So we'll do that. Break the shield, reload, now we get a clear shot. Come here, bitch! Come on. No. Okay. Okay, this is giving us problems. Let's try and do a roar. That works. Okay, so level 100s get level 100 heavy eximuses give the Burston Prime a bit of a problem. But let's try that again, this time with our Rhino Roar up all the time. And mind you, I use a full 299 power strength build. So let's try that again. Okay, so a clip and a half for a good powered Rhino Roar with the Burston. Okay, so let's try one more, but this time let's set it down to 75. And simulate. That's one clip. That's 2 clips. Okay, so 2.5 for a level 75. So, its fall off points around 80 to 90%. Now, my opinion is you can take out the base elemental mods and switch them out for the nightmare elemental mods that give 60 elemental and 60 status chance. You could do that, or you can find a Riven that replaces one of those and has one of these four stats: damage, status chance, one of the four elementals, or multi-shot. Preferably 3 out of 4 of those, 2 to 3 out of those 4, if not all 4, and a negative. Okay, a really good tiered elemental, or a good tiered Riven mod for this gun, a god tier Riven mod for this gun, would be to have 4 different stats, 3 of them out of the 4 that I just said, to have, say, damage, one of the 4 elementals, and have multi-shot, okay, and then have like negative zoom or negative crit damage or crit chance, something like that, and have it maxed up all the way. That would be an excellent Riven mod for this gun. That would be extremely hard to obtain because of how random they are, because Riven mods can literally become as useless as an ammo drum, if not useless-er, or become even more legendary and god tier like and worth full than 3 legendary cores and 5 maxed out prime pressure points. I'm not even kidding. That's how random they are. I've literally seen Riven mods be re-rolled up to 36 times. And if you know anything about Riven mods, you know what, you know their pain. If you don't, finish the War Within quest, and then you'll begin to feel their anguish. But on that note, Burston Prime looks really cool in my opinion. Fires very well. Is a late mid-game gun in my opinion. It could do with some tweaking. Of course, I did not proc its syndicate mod that I have on here. I don't think you can in the simulator because you can only spawn up to 20 different enemies, and it's affinity related rather than kill related. So I'd say its fall off point is about 75 to 100 on the heavy gunners, and level 120 to 130 on the normal eximuses. Okay, doesn't have a problem with any other kind of normal factions. It does not specialize nor unspecialize in killing any of the 3 factions. Okay, it's a good beginner gun, and this is a 7 former build, so if you put work into it, it can be made good. But in my opinion, there are technically better guns. In my opinion, you could, for the challenge and just for the lulz, you could take this and put it into the late game, but don't expect it to carry you very much further than, well, level 75 to 100 with ease. Anything beyond that, you're going to be blowing ammo more than you can collect, in all honesty. So, and again, you can tweak the build to however you like. Get a good Riven mod. That'll definitely boost its damage big time. Try and tweak the elementals for the nightmare elementals. See how that works. Or switch out the syndicate mod for, I don't know, for an actual Riven mod to begin with. See how that works for you all. Anyway, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you everybody for watching, and as always, I will see all of you in the next one. If you guys liked it, beat the ever-living Christ out of that like button, show it who's boss, and then give it some love. And then give some love to the subscribe button, because why the hell not? Also, I got a random person to join me. Hi, friend. I guess a person from my clan decided to pop up out of nowhere. But anyway, but yeah. So yeah, that's the Burston Prime. Hit the subscribe button and share with all your friends so that you and they will receive updates whenever new content is out. Thank you everybody for watching, and I will see all of you in the next one. Toodaloo!